All right. So this stream, I'll go over my thoughts on the market. I'll cover Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, and a few others, and then I will take some recommendations. I will only be taking high cap coins, so any Sol meme coin or shit like that is not going to be reviewed. All right. So um, let's get started. Okay. All right. So I mentioned this in my channel um, earlier today, but if I were to go on the daily, we see that our range, okay, is this range high here and range low here, right? So 61K and basically 69.8K, all right? And we were in the range. We had a deviation, right? Came back down. I'm gonna go to the 4 hour, so it's much more, cleaner to see. But we had a deviation, came back down, turned it into resistance here, and then continue the grind back down to range lows, right? And then we flipped mid-range where we had a lot of information and data, right? Here was support. We lost it, turned to resistance, rejected, broke up, flipped it to support, briefly bounced again, and then rejected, then we flipped it to support again, right? So this is our mid-range level. We have an 8-hour order block from 66 down to 64K. If we are unable to flip previous range highs into support, and flipping it does not mean closing above, we need to flip it into support, meaning break above, close above, retest, hold above, and then continue to go from there. Okay, if we are unable to flip it to support, then I am looking at this 8-hour order block. So anywhere from 66 down to 64K. All right, so I'm not longing anything here. We had a huge discount across the board. All right, these are the dips that you want to buy to, add to your spot bags. If you're waiting for lower and we don't get lower and you had this opportunity, that's on you. So this is why I always suggest if you are buying spot bags, at least get some exposure, buy some, 20% of your allocated funds that you want to go into it. Go in with like 20% and then DCA lower. All right. That's why I went in with Sol yesterday. Yes, we are under, but I don't care. It's a spot bag. I'm holding for higher. However, this is where we are now. All right. So I'm not longing anything here. I need a flip of this range highs again to long to this range. What does this range mean? Here is your previous. All right. This was an example I was sharing a student. One sec. So we had a 4-hour range here. Okay, we had a deviation, reclaimed it, again went to range highs, came back to range lows, back to range highs, and then now we need this range low to be reclaimed to put in a possible deviation again, reclaim, and then we long to range highs. If that happens, your setup would look something like this. The risk to reward isn't great, right? You can go to a lower time frame to find a tighter stop. When that happens, most likely it'll be somewhere here, right? So very tight stop. It's a $500 stop about, and then you go to range highs. Now, we have a downtrend here forming as well. All right, so the retest will come at not only horizontal resistance, well, an SR point, but also at the downtrend point as well. So for me, I'm not looking to short the market. I don't care if we get, moves down. The strongest plays are going to be longs in a bull market. Okay, so we do have a 2-hour order block here as well. For shorters, if you guys are looking to short, again, I'm not taking this. This would be your setup, right? Go and make another lower high. You have order block confluence, trendline confluence, horizontal SR, and then if it rejects there, theoretically we go and make another lower low. Right? We have a demand zone here. So that is your setup if you are looking to short. Otherwise, if we reclaim, I'm not looking at bonk. If we reclaim here, we go higher, right? I don't do soul meme coins. Alright, so reclaim, we go higher, that's your setup. That's your limit short setup if you're looking to short. Otherwise, where is it? I am looking for this order block here from 66 to 64K to hold. Then play the mid-range back to there. If we lose this, this is the level. If we lose 64K, then I'm looking for range lows again. Now this one, you enter in light. Okay, you have to have a soft stop loss here because there is possibility that we go and we take these lows here. Okay, what do I mean by that? Enter in very light. Okay, you can always add more once we have established support again, or a confirmed support bounce, because I'm looking at something like this where we go and take out these range lows, put in a swing failure and sweep the liquidity, come back up here, and that's where I am looking to add more to my position. And the stop loss, once we have that wick below, if we have that wick below, your stop loss will be there. You add more to your position with the same entry roughly, and then you target range highs. Okay. From highs to lows, or at least a range low, it's about a 15% drop. All right. I mentioned this in previous streams here. I'll show it here as well. When we had the last bull cycle, all right, 20-30% drops were healthy. All right. We may see about 10 of these this cycle. Okay. So if we go back to, let's say, August of 20, right, we had the halving in April. Okay, so let's go back to I'm just going to take, here's the first one, 14%. All right, now this is a bull cycle. Here's the second one. All right, if you want to count that one, sure. Here is this one. Here is this one. Okay, 30% went back up. Once we went back up here, we had this one. Right, here is this one. There's that one. Okay, and then that's where the bear market started. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 15% minimum dips last bull cycle. Okay, we've had multiple over 30. 1, 2, let's say 3. And we will see more of these during this cycle. Okay, so I'm not ruling out, I don't want to get there, but I am not ruling out a weekly demand zone sweep of 45 to 40K. I am not ruling out this daily demand zone here of 53 down to 50K. And I am definitely not ruling out, where is it? This 4-hour demand zone from 58-ish down to 56K. These are all very well limits that can be reached. All right, so if we do get it, do not panic because these are all healthy. and I will definitely be buying spot if we ever get those lows. All right. Now I know I haven't checked, comments here yet, but there might be comments saying like, hey, like this year is different. We have institutional buyers, we have ETFs, we have, thing. 100% true. It could be different. This is not a cycle that I'm used to. I haven't had a cycle where we've had, ETF inflows, outflows, possible, ETH ETFs. I haven't had that, so I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm just showing that based on fractals, based on last bull cycle, we can have multiple dips of 20, 30%. Do I think we go back to 45K? Personally, no. Unless we have some type of black swan event, one capitulation wick where we, had this in a day, right? We went from 68 down to 59K, a 10K wick basically. It's very well possible we can have a giant wick if we're, consolidating here on support, and then, we have all this liquidity down here where we have a giant, 10K wick or 15K wick. Not saying it's going to happen. This would be more on a higher time frame, such as the weekly, and then, fill and then go higher, right? Now, if we take a look at this on a higher time frame, we are still macro bullish, right? This was our last lower high, okay? Once we broke above there, we put in a new higher high, okay? There's the new higher low, okay? And ever since, we've just been putting in new higher lows. We have not lost the uptrend, okay? Our last higher low, I'm not going to count this one. I'm going to count this one here. This is our last higher low. So if we come back down, okay, we can come here and still bounce from here, putting in another higher low. But if we lose this and turn it into resistance, turn 50K into resistance, then we have lost the macro uptrend, right? Now it can be temporarily, and then, we put in another lower low here, continue to go higher up, right? And we can reclaim the trend, but on a lower time frame, such as the 3-day compared to the weekly or the monthly, we are still in a uptrend, right? Now we have multiple impulses of higher highs and higher lows. This is the one that we must hold, like must hold, right? If we close below, 25K, we're not going to get it, but I'm just saying, if we close below 25K, then, it's a bear market all over again, right? That is your must hold level, uptrend, uptrend. See, we can even come back down here to this 40K and still hold it on a macro time scale and then continue to go higher. And this would be a double bottom and then much higher. Okay. So let me post these charts really quickly for those that want to gamble on shorts. I am not taking these. If you get stopped, that's on you. 1 sec. Now, this long is a confirmation-based long, right? You have to wait until it's flipped. Right. Now, let me go over ETH. I will be looking at questions and stuff momentarily. Let's cover ETH. Missed my long by fucking pennies. What is that? $6. So, I was reading comments saying, ETH looks bullish, ETH narrative, but, clear trend. We lost it. We turned into resistance. I wasn't awake, but this was your setup, right? Your technical targets for the bear flag, depending on which impulse you want to take it, this one or this one. is around 3,200. Right, that's your technical targets. Now, we let me go to a clean chart. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Now, trend lines can always be adjusted. Okay. Now, we lost the trend. Okay. Here is your last high or low. Okay. We closed below. All right. So we have lost 4-hour market structure based on these here. Okay. So we are looking for a rejection around this $3,500 level. If we do not reclaim it, if we reclaim it, it's going to be deviation, and then, we're looking for here next. All right, we have supply here. So if we deviate, then we're just longing basically with stops below, probably a little tighter, to supply. All right. Now, if we put in another lower high, okay, then again, we've confirmed a low time frame or a 4-hour market structure break, and we're probably going to go to this SR point or the support area. Now, I had these levels marked out. Also, it was shared in my channel. So I was on the 8-hour. This was an 8-hour OB that I was looking to play. I should have, had it a little bit higher on the wicks and the SR point, but this play is most likely invalidated now. We missed by a little bit and had a nice move up. It's going to most likely hold because we still have, liquidity and demand in this zone. So this play is still valid. Am I going to take it? I don't think so. I'm going to see how price reacts here, and then if so, market long. But this play is still valid if you want to take it. I am looking, if we get a deep pullback to around 66K, then 3 plays here, right? 1 was this one. 2 is this confirmation-based play. This is not a limit. This one here is a limit one. Let me go over that one first. We have a demand zone. I place my limits at the demand zone. So entry at the top of the zone, DCA at the bottom, stop loss below these wicks here. And we're just going to play it to highs. Now, if this is a lower high based here, then yes, we're going to make that lower low, which would lead us into the second option here, which is the confirmation play. So you can enter in lightly if you want here at support, just like the Bitcoin play. I would have a soft stop loss and wait for the sweep of these lows. Okay. Once we have the sweep of the liquidity, put in a swing failure, we need to reclaim these range low levels. You can add more to your position, TP, TP, and fully TP there. Okay. This is a range play. So range highs, range lows. For me, I am not going in with limits here. I am waiting for reaction at this level and see if we have a sweep. Then I will mark it long with my stop loss below whatever wick is created. Now, may not happen, sure, but I have a plan and I'm waiting for price action to get to me. You will never see me call a leverage long or a leverage short. It's always going to be limits. I always mark it long on spot only. All right. So this is the ETH plays. I'll post these as well. These are on my channel. I did have, this is a confirmation play. I'll post this one as well. For the first chart, the explanations are in my channel. Okay, if you missed it, check it there. Now, Sol. Okay, so my spot play We had the move down. Now, this was an ABC wave. It still could get invalidated. We just need to reclaim this again. Otherwise, the C wave will send you down into the buy zone, which will be the area around, I wouldn't say 66K, probably around 61K is if you get lucky. That's going to be your buy zone. That is the completion of the C wave. Elliott waves are frauds. I just threw it on there just to have it. But people that trade Elliott waves are mental. Anyways, back to Sol. Okay, here was the trend, right? Higher highs, higher lows. Your last higher low is this 181 level, right? Close below 181 and turn it into resistance. Then we have broken market structure. From now, or for right now, we are holding the uptrend, okay? Make another higher low here. But if we are rejecting this trend line, if we have a 4-hour close and it rejects, then a possible short scalp can be taken with very, very tight stop loss back down to there. Right? This is not a market long play. This is a confirmation play based on the 4-hour closure, which comes in about 30 minutes. Right? I'm not looking to short anything, but if we get a move down, where I am looking to long is going to be this golden pocket area. So longs from 170, 8.2 or 0.3. Hopefully it's just a wick into it. Now we do have an SR point. I'll make that black. All right. So SR point, if you go to an 8-hour, you also do have an order block. All right. So the stop loss would be, this can be a wide stop loss. And I am looking to capitalize on entry around 178.3. DCA would come around here, 172. Your average after the DCA fills should be somewhere close to the bottom, so around here. All right, so your entry should always be lighter compared to your DCA. And then we just play it level by level at that point. Okay. 786 is down here, right? My stop loss is a little bit below that, below this wick here. And then honestly, I would love to target all-time highs from here. Right? Now I do have a Sol spot position as well. I'm waiting for my final bid around 183. And then again, targeting 236, then 256. Or 230 and 256. Right? As long as we are ranging here, below this trend line, I don't see any points to really long. So you either long at this support for a quick bounce, you can enter in there and DCA at my entry, or wait for that to happen. Not saying it's going to happen, but I'm not really taking much leverage long plays or leverage plays at all. I'm just buying spot and chilling. So here's Sol. Is Bitcoin trying to reclaim? Let's see, entry would have hit. Let's see what happens here. All right. Now, why did we dump? A few things here. Okay. First of all, the DXY, the dollar, super bullish. All right. We have broken out from resistance. We are at resistance currently. Okay. SR point, rejection, again at resistance. If this breaks, I'm looking at 105.86 next. All right. Now, are we going to put in a swing failure pattern here? If we take these highs, close below, we have an SFP. Maybe alts in the market rally a little bit, but still, macro-wise, this looks bullish. We have put in higher lows, right? So this can continue to go higher. USDT dominance. Okay. Again, we bounced from support, right? Putting in so far a bullish engulfing candle, making another higher low here. So let's see what happens. If we flip 4.25 into support, then alts in the market are going to take a more risk-off approach, and people are still going to get wrecked if they're longing, right? So again, this is why I mentioned I'm not looking to long anything in this area because we still have no confirmation of anything. All right. Also, Bitcoin volatility. We touched the zone on Saturday. All right. It's a 3-day weekend for most, or for some. We hit the zone, we got the volatility, and now we are looking for for me, I'm looking for a move either tomorrow or Wednesday, and then that's going to shape up the rest of the week in the market, in my opinion, or at least a month. I would love for weekly lows and monthly lows to be put in on the first week of the month, and then at least we have our range lows, and then later on in the month, we go and put in our range highs, and then we just trade from there. Right? So far, this play has gotten you a nice short entry. All right. So that's what I'm looking for Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol. I have other plays open and still waiting for lower DCAs. Link in my channel. I also gave a few others as well. AI coins, they might make a run again, but I actually had a stream with my students. First entry filled. For FET, I'm looking at these levels again. So I'll put these levels just in case someone wants to ask for them. I haven't checked channels yet, but here's FET. Entries in black. I'm already in FET. I already got in at 282. I had a stream earlier this weekend with my students. So these levels are still valid again if we go down. Okay. So let me go and read some questions and charts, and we'll go from there. Do you care for CME gaps? I do not. They're memes. Don't really care for them. Suey. I will look at some perp charts because you guys are degens and don't care for spot usually. So
true.
Let's take a look. It's a disgusting candle. Okay. Alright. So Sui's in an uptrend, hasn't broken it. Right. Just put another higher high here. Maybe it bounced perfectly from the golden pocket. The 786 fib comes around the entry point. There's an order block there. If you're looking to get into SUI for long term, that would be the area, stops below, and targeting new higher highs. Now we can draw a trend line for confluence as well. You want to drag it out? Sure. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for on SUI. Now if you are looking for shorts, damn, filled that 8 hour perfectly. Yep, order block was hit. You also have confluence here with this order block. So I like that entry for longs. I think if it gets up here again, another short attempt can be taken. It's all on you guys though. I'm not taking shorts. So that would be it for SUI. And no, I don't give scalp plays. Mine are on higher time frames. I just got DM'd that question. Alright. SUI. Big time. I think I went over this with my class as well. Yeah. These are the levels for big time. Big time, honestly, is the worst looking piece of shit chart I've ever seen. So if you want to get into it, these are the black levels. Entry would have filled DCA around 29.3 and final DCA around 23.7. Lose that, you're fucked. One sec.
I'm so heavy in big time. Man, this looks so bad.
Big time. Uni. Oof. Well, let me go to a spot perp chart. Trend lost. Huge gap here. Entries for uni. Well, we just had an SF. Well, 4 hour hasn't closed yet, 24 minutes. But if this 4 hour closes, you have a sweep of the lows. So a possible long can be taken two different ways. You can enter in current market price with stops below the wick. Okay. The other option would be placing bids at previous swing low levels with a tighter stop, stops below the wick. Again, targeting same levels. Otherwise, this support already had like 3 or 4 touches. You'll be looking at the next area, which this is a slow moving piece of shit, isn't it? Yeah. This one would be a weak support. We've had so many touches of it. multiple touches. You could get a small bounce. I wouldn't enter into the top, but small bounce at the bottom. Very, very tight stop to the highs. If we get this supply zone, it's a short. This coin is showing weakness, but also you have higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, going to the neckline here. Okay, this would be a bearish Quasimodo pattern. There you go. So 4 separate plays. This one's a confirmation one. If we close like this, then we have a sweep of the lows. It's a confirmation one, very tight stops below the wick. Or you don't feel comfortable with that, you think market's going to go lower, place entry at previous swing low, stops below the wick, very, very tight stop loss. And then that one, lose that one, then you're going to this one here. So I'll post those. Rows. I think I shared this with my class as well. Yeah. So rows did break down from this bear flag. The technical targets of this bear flag are an X. That's where you're looking to add. Or if we reclaim here, 13.3 cents or 13.4 cents, that's where you buy. Now, this was also an inverted cup and handle. Okay, this was the target of the bull flag invertedly. These are the buy levels. Okay, this would be range lows. Okay, here was previous range, broke out. Right, so here's range lows. This is an or demand zone. So your entry would be there, DCA and DCA. Rows. I am very bullish on RWAs. I have 4 or 5 coins in my bag. Ondo, Rio, C-Pool is a shit coin, but just to have exposure. And then, yeah, Dogecoin. Dogecoin I also gave in my channel as well. We failed, so here's Dogecoin. So the monthly put in an SFP. Alright, here's the spot chart. Here was our highs, we closed below, right? And the monthly gave you a 10% move down so far. Now on leverage, this is a little bit different. Okay. It actually gave you like a 20% move down. Right? Perfect to the support and bounced. Now, don't care for leverage. Here's spot. We rejected from resistance. Let me go back to the daily. Oops. Okay. We have lost the trend. Now, we have a possible double top forming here, but we also have a small little bull flag forming. Okay. Target for this bull flag is around 35 cents if we get it, if we're taking it from this here to those highs. 30 cents. Okay. But we need a breakout and retest of this resistance level to get long. Now, if we go lower, these are the buy levels I'm looking at. So my original entry was at 18.8. You can enter in, now I have these numbers here because that's exactly what I gave my students. Entry, DCA, DCA, and final DCA if we get it. I don't think we get this one, but it's very possible if we do come back down here form the head to the left shoulder, and then bounce from here, and then go higher. So I just have those levels just in case, but your levels, your entry is in red, DCA, DCA, DCA. I don't care for Jupiter. I don't do soul coins. APT. So APT rejected from where it had to. Now it's forming a giant cup. And this chart looks very, very wonky. But if we get a move down to this previous SR point, then you have a cup and handle forming. I wouldn't buy
I'm
anything
so
until
cooked.
either this level is flipped to support or a move down to here, right? Make that cup and handle, and target for this, technical target for this is around $32. So I'd be looking around entries from 15.2-ish, front run that support a little bit. Yeah, 15.2 down to 14.38 and higher. Injective. Let me go to perp chart. I mentioned injective a few times in chat, but it's just ranging. Okay, so there was the trigger for the long. I was waiting for the lows to be swept. Okay, so the setup is that, but injective is very, very weak. So buys will be an X. So 20%, 20%. This is your 30%, and then your final bids. If we get around 1910, that's where you're gonna go. Okay. Now we have broken down from this wedge as well. So if we go and retest 36 and then we die, then this is just confirmation for lowered. Alright, so buys an X. So 20%, 20%, 30%, your final 30% will come there.
So cooked.
What the fuck is mobile USDT? Wait, you guys can hear OTW? I can't hear him at all.
Brother.
There. Oh, my volume's super low. Alright, what's up, man?
Yo, man, I've been talking to myself for like 15 minutes, man. I thought you were just been fucking ignoring me, brother.
My volume was at
I was like,
0, bro.
damn.
My bad. No one's
You good,
tagging
man?
me. Alright.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, you?
Pretty good, man.
Oh, I see you fucking
So,
DM'd me.
yeah, I was like, damn. I said like fucking 5 sentences and I never got any response. I was like, okay,
My bad. It's been a day.
pretty good.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
Um, all right, stop tagging Jupiter. I'm not charting Jupiter.
What do you mean it's the best coin in the world? It is going to actually zero.
All right, fine. I'll chart it.
Yeah. There's nothing to chart though. It's been alive for like 2 months. So
So it's in price discovery. All right, let's draw some price discovery fibs. Um, let's see. Where do I want to take this from? Lows to highs. It's a daily. Let's look at the 4 hour. Okay. Probably gets you an entry for a scalp. Mm, I ideally, this is where you want to bid. If you guys, you know, have an obsession emotionally, mentally, sexually with this coin, that's where you're gonna bid.
have you
These.
seen? Sorry,
Go ahead.
have you seen the Doge propaganda?
There's a Doge propaganda.
Yeah, I've been saying it's gonna go to $1.60. No one's buying it.
Doge is definitely hitting $1 this cycle. My
Yeah,
conservative my conservative target is 80 cents. That's where I will start scaling out, but dollar for sure.
yeah. My main target is like 1.6, 1.5, something like that. I'm gonna trim like 70% off $1 because that's sort of the main one.
Yeah.
Who knows though what Elon decides to do?
I like Doge. Doge just bounced from range lows, so I mean, look
Yeah.
like only Bybit has this wick, but clean sweep of all this liquidity and go higher. Um,
Mm-hmm. Doge has like nice cycles. So I mean, if you can go on like a super long, like big data, and you can see that it always has those small cycles,
mhm.
sort of triangle shit, and hoping for the same sort of thing here from the current prices.
Well,
I mean,
this
it's a weird
accumulation
coin,
phase
but
was very long, just like any other coin. Like when Link had
yeah,
this base, Link
yeah,
ran
Jesus,
what 4x.
I think it was more actually. Yeah, but Link's accumulation was insane. It was like a perfect range,
Yeah.
so clean.
So Link when it broke this, just 2x, 3x. Yeah, 2x.
Lucky.
Dogecoin broke, has actually ran 2x already, or two, yeah, about the same as Link. But this
Then
is my
the
main.
next soon, trust man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
break 22 cents. This is flying.
yeah. I think like as soon as you flip that blue level got marked out, it's like it's not much to stop you, you know.
I agree.
It's mostly just air up there, and yeah.
I agree. I agree. All right. Let me see. Atom.
That's such a shit coin, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Atom, Injective, Tia, like all those coins are garbage.
Yeah,
I have a bag, but eventually, like this coin will run. When this coin runs, it runs hard, but it just runs and then dies.
it's so slow. It's like so fucking boring.
It broke down. Oh man. My chart's inverted, guys. Target should bounce from that support. This is your next support. Lose that, then honestly, like, there you go. Now technical targets for this bear flag are basically there. Alright, so if you want to get into Atom, this one's going to be a very weak support because we've had so many bounces from there. This one, same as well, but it's far away that you can enter in with your entry there and then DCA lower. We have a demand zone here, so honestly, that is also a good buy. This is where I would enter in if you want to get into Atom. Alright, don't do this one. So entries in with the blue X's. But, yeah.
Did you see JTO?
Fuck yeah. I actually
That
got
was
into that
cooked.
because, do you know CBS, Cold Blooded Chiller?
Yeah.
Yeah, he called this when we were at like $3, and I just bought a bag and I sold it 420 because he said 420 by 420, and
Yeah.
I'm out. But
Yeah, I signaled that, like, sorry? Go ahead.
I think this comes back to like 340, and I think it's a good area to reload.
Yeah, I signaled it from, I think it was like 2 point something. And I closed early at 3.9, I think. And then it just fucking ran. That was unlucky, but it is what it is.
This is where I would enter in longs.
Nice demand zone.
Yeah, demand zone, another higher low, and then go into price discovery. Oh, it rejected perfectly from. Yeah, this coin hasn't gone to price discovery. Jupe has. What about the other piece of shit coin, Pyth? Did Pyth go into price discovery?
Yep.
Yeah. So this coin hasn't. This coin will go into price discovery, but hopefully it dipped first. Yeah, see, Pyth went into price discovery, but Jito hasn't. So I think this would be the next coin to go into price discovery. Hopefully a pullback here, but on a lower time frame, I don't even know what to think of this yet. Lower time frame probably bounces at 388.
Hello, fellas.
What's up?
Man.
I cannot be here for that long because it is my dad's birthday. Hello. How are we?
Holy,
Happy birthday to your dad.
Thank you. I'll let him know.
happy birthday.
What's happened to your microphone, OTW? What's this?
No, this is a Apple AirPod microphone, man. I am
Fantastic.
in a
Premium.
hotel. I'm in a hotel room, my guy. I have nothing.
Okay.
I have nothing.
Nice. Right. What's this lesson about today, Arshmeister?
I'm just charting coins for people.
Okay. Right. I'll leave you all to it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay.
Have a good
Bye
man.
bye.
See you, man.
That was just so gentle.
He's so like polite.
I know.
I need to be like that guy.
So gentle. Alright. FT.
Fake voice? I hope it is. Okay, I hope it was a fake voice. Imagine.
Fake voice. Fuck,
AI
imagine my voice
voice.
to be like that.
Yeah.
Alright, FTM. We got an order block.
I despise FDM.
Yeah, this is a shit.
It's so wiki. It's like, ugh.
I mean, like, this price action. It was holding. I mean, what is the Bitcoin pairing? Because when this coin was running, the Bitcoin pairing was very strong, and now it's just dead. It was holding the trend. We lost it. It's on previous all-time high support right now. Or not all-time high, but previous local highs. Holding. If this goes back to $1.02, you have supply here. Now, if we go up there, then careful with the short, because then we have broken possibly low time frame structure. But again, we're putting in another lower high here. So something like that, low risk. Stop is too wide, so enter in with low risk, low position size. TP when you're happy. Longs down here. Back to resistance. So let me post both of these charts. FTM.
Did any of your bids fill on the dump today, or the semi-dump, you could say?
Just Sol.
Yeah, same.
I was hoping for Sol to hold.
Yeah, I bought a shitload of Sol today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sol looks so good. It's like, honestly, I'm targeting like $400. And
I want, well, my long-term bag, I'm still in from $20, $26, but I haven't added
Jesus.
anything to that bag yet. I
Yeah.
already withdrew my initial once we hit 3x, but I'm looking for 230 and 256. Once all-time high gets broken, you're gonna have a giant fuck you wick, like literally to like probably 275. And then I'm looking to buy anything back down to previous all-time high. So if we go to 275, I'm going to sell. I will buy anything back down to 250, 256, and then ride that one up to 500. I won't sell. I think Sol is going to top out around 500.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
What do you think about ETH? I fucking hate ETH. It performs so badly, and it's like it's not even that bullish right now. Some people said, asked me yesterday, should I long ETH? I said, no, do not long ETH, and ETH dumped. So yeah, I don't like ETH at all.
ETH has lost the trend. I'm looking to see what the reaction is there, but no, compared to Bitcoin, ETH is holding better.
You think?
I think so. I think the only reason is because of all this ETF narrative again. Like, I can't see this going back down to sub 3K unless Bitcoin
Really?
just dies. I think BlackRock's going to step in and buy. What
See.
platform can I trade futures in America? Well, for those that are with MEXC, you guys have probably been seeing, that they're going to KYC by June 30th. So BingX and Blowfin are your only options for non-KYC. After that, I don't know when BingX will do it, but they will eventually KYC as well. Now, people are going to ask, why is it such a big deal to KYC, blah, blah, blah? Well, if you're in a restricted area such as the US, you can't trade derivatives, all right? So we have no option but to non-KYC. For others, it might not be that big of a deal, but I have a Palo ID. I bought it, and I have KYC'd on Bybit and MEXC. I do most of my trading on Bybit. My spot trading is on BingX. So, yeah.
I mean, honestly, most people shouldn't even be trading derivatives. So I mean,
I agree.
actually better.
You have no idea this dump liquidated so many people. Like, I'm in a few other servers, and I just had to, like, close chats. I'm like, how are you guys getting liquidated on 1% moves?
Yeah, it was like 1 to 2% move. Like if you're liquid off that, you're so over leveraged. Just go on spot and just wait. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. 99% of people aren't like built to trade derivatives or of any type whatsoever. So
I agree.
just buy a spot and just hold. I mean, check once every month, and then you're good.
Can you see say? Now, you guys are asking, why do you have these charted already? I had a stream, students, but here is say. So entries, 15% basically now, 15% at 67 cents, 25% at 6184, 25% at 5614. Say is also about to lose market structure. So here is say. Who else? Who else?
Do you mind if I quickly just show something on stream?
Yeah, let me share this one last chart because I gotta head soon.
Yeah, no worries, man.
I'll do
No worries, man.
Okay. Woo actually looks decent. It put in another higher low. It's holding the trend. It's at resistance though. So here is the range for Woo. Okay. Range highs, lows, again lows, deviation from range highs, back below. See how we rejected and then back below. So you want to wait until this is flipped to support before you long. Otherwise, mid-range again is going to be here. You can long mid-range. Let's make that blue. Let's make support black. Okay, so you long once that is flipped, or you long mid-range again. Maybe you can get another entry at this retest point here. At the trend line. So you gotta wait for the trend line touch, stops below mid-range, and then see, like that's not even worth it to like long back to resistance, unless you have a very very tight stop loss, then you can. But still, like risk to reward is not there for me to take the trade. Taking liquidity up here as well. I would most likely enter in mid-range, and then if you want to add this to your spot, right? DC at the X. If we do go back up to here, that's a short, most likely going to put in a double top. Now again, guys, I see things on a higher time frame, so things will take some time to play out, right? So here's Woo. So I'm gonna stop sharing here. I'm gonna pass the charts over to OTW. I will stop recording here as well because I gotta go, but I will post this on my YouTube channel, and